Hello, my name is Louise Langridge and I'm the Joint Managing Director of McKinley Australia. I would like to welcome you to our Insight series. As part of our commitment to add value to each of our specialist communities, we're delighted to bring to you this series where you will hear from market leaders in your industry.
Welcome to the Morgan McKinley Insight series. In this episode, we talk to John Lydon, the Managing Partner for McKinsey Australia and New Zealand. John joined McKinsey's in 1996 and has been based in Australia for the last 15 years. Today, John will share his thoughts on how management consulting has changed over the years and how McKinsey's has responded to the changing market trends.
I'm John Lydon, Managing Partner of McKinsey & Company in Australia and New Zealand. I'm pretty new in the job, and when I took it, I had to promise not to break the firm down this part of the world. I'm not sure I'm fully complying with that.
So McKinsey's pretty much invented management consulting 90 years ago. How has it changed over the years, and how does it look now, say, compared to 20 years ago?
Like most of our industries, most of our world, consulting is changing rapidly, and that change is accelerating the last few years. Now, when I joined our firm 18 years ago, I'd typically be conducting engagements like a business unit strategy or market entry, product segmentation, whatever they may be. They would take 3 or 4 months. They'd involve a lot of data collection, a lot of analysis, problem solving, and we'd always get a pretty good answer at the end. But that would take a team of people 3 or 4 months. The data would have to be collected from primary sources. Now you can get a lot of this online. There's data all over. It's a different challenge. It's a lot shorter timeframes to do things like introduce new products. You cannot wait and do this the old way. You have to use new techniques, advanced analytics, better collaborative problem solving, and the parts that can be done easily online or outsourced, we don't get involved in. We go for higher value add, higher impact solutions for our clients.
So how are clients' needs evolving, and do current trends in consulting reflect that?
Clients' needs are evolving rapidly. In fact, Australia's needs are evolving rapidly, and they will continue to. We've had this 23 years of economic growth. It's been fueled by two things. In fact, 90% of the last 8 years of economic growth have been coal, iron ore and gas prices, that's the terms of trade, or resource investment. That's a fantastic following wind, but it's gone away now. And the tide's gone out. There's a lot of Australia swimming naked in terms of very low productivity that's been falling for 8 years. Our clients need to cope with not only this, but also the digital disruption that's coming, business models that are changing. The old way of making money or serving customers just isn't going to work anymore in the face of that disruption. With this in mind, we've changed our mission. We're not just aspiring to be the preeminent strategy consultants in Australia. The Australian situation I've just described, the last thing that needs is a whole load of strategy consultants just telling people what to do. We are the most inspiring, demanding and challenging, but also building partners for Australia's institutions that are improving the competitiveness and prosperity in this country. That's what we need to do. It's what we need to be. And it's helped us understand how we need to evolve to meet the changing needs of our clients. Much more in rapid implementation, capability building, much more in advanced analytics to make sense of the sea of data that's out there, new solutions, and digital labs, which can rapidly help established businesses and new ones meet the disruptive challenge that's coming.
I've heard that a lot of the work that McKinsey's is doing with clients in Australia and New Zealand today is in areas where the firm didn't really have a presence 5 years ago. Can you explain a bit more about that?
That's right. We have to change and role model the change and innovation that we expect our clients to implement. I'll ask you, Anika, how much of our work do you think is in areas where we just did not have a presence or a capability 5 years ago? Have a guess as a percentage.
I'd say about 30 to 40%.
Wow, that's more than most people say. But actually, the answer is even more. 65% of our work this year is in areas where we didn't have a presence, but our clients have a massive need. So we still do. the boardroom advisory, corporate strategy, corporate finance, organization, the real high-end consulting that helps a CEO and their team chart the course for the future. We still do that, but we've grown into some new areas. McKinsey implementation has experienced line managers who stick with clients over multiple months and years to help them implement, build the capability and ownership through their whole organization and implement change. McKinsey's recovery and transformation services, which uses distressed private equity type techniques to go in and transform a company that is really in a bad shape. And with the disruption that's coming, lots of our Australian companies are going to need that. McKinsey Digital Labs, which rather than take 18 months to develop a computer system, can go through agile development, rapid iteration. So in 3 weeks, you can have live transactions being processed a new way, much more efficiently and a much better customer proposition. McKinsey Solutions, which is delivered without consultants. It's giving online access to benchmark data and insights from around the world. They're just some examples of what we're doing. And we're finding that clients not only embrace these innovations, but actually really need them. And we would not be able to meet our aspiration without them.
So has this been an easy evolution?
It's always hard, especially in professional services. And it's been important to listen to our clients and to respond to that while still maintaining what's great about McKinsey. Our values for 90 years about being and delivering the best for our clients and being a caring meritocracy for our people and the highest professional standards. That just can't change. That cannot be compromised. So we've had to keep the things that are special very close to our hearts. Our apprenticeship model, the way our people develop, the way our alumni form a great network and go on to fabulous careers, that's all the same. But what's been the change and the challenge in the journey is helping our partners embrace new ways of working. I won't say it's been easy, but here in Australia, we're lucky to have a fabulous partner group that are willing to embrace the challenge of change. And what helps them do that is how much our clients need and embrace these new ways of working.
So what are you expecting to change in the future?
The change is accelerating, particularly in Australia. So digital technology, shortening supply chains, new forms of competition, all this is going to disrupt our leading institutions. Australia's been surrounded by this wonderful moat that's been hard to bridge, but now everything's becoming tradable. New ideas are able to cross the internet much faster than products could have previously crossed the ocean to get here. In a service economy, that's happening even faster. But I do find many of our institutions are only just waking up to the fact that this is not just around the corner, it's already here. So what's going to change, I think, is the demands from our clients to rapidly understand what's happening in their sectors, the new business models that are coming and competing effectively with them, and how they need to change, how they need to, as we have, draw on their strengths, build on their strengths, but also learn new capabilities and skills to compete in a digital age. That's going to happen. The other impact of this, I think, is going to be on Australia. It's very important for our country that we don't just have economic growth, but we also have prosperity through social inclusion, education, employment, more jobs, better jobs. That's something business is going to have to take a role in. It's not going to be just good enough to adapt our business model and be successful and profitable as companies. In the age that's coming, I really think we have a social role as business people, and we need to make sure Australia is that prosperous and inclusive place that we all enjoy. The answers are not obvious, but I'm really pleased that from what I see in corporate Australia, the CEOs, the top teams, are ready to embrace that challenge.
John, thank you for coming here today and being part of our Insight series.
Anika, thank you very much. It's been wonderful to have the opportunity to share some of these ideas, and I'm very keen to see and hear any reactions.